Hello, everyone. Welcome to Claret and Booze. Guess who's back? Grumpy's back. Yep, I'm back. Sorry about that. As always, if you are new to this wonderful channel, Claret and Booze, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Don't forget, drop a like on the video. Many of you subscribed even over the weekend. I don't know why, because I recorded an awful video. Probably my worst. I've done some bad ones, to be fair. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. I've already given my explanations. We all have bad days. I just gave a few people an opportunity to jump on a bandwagon. Honestly, jealousy does funny things to people. Right, so, very, very good positive news now. Well, actually, we'll start with the bad. The bad news is Somerville. You've all seen that. He's out for 2 months with a hamstring injury that he managed to conveniently pull after the transfer window slammed shut. Of course he didn't. They just couldn't release that news. Could you imagine my mood the other night then? So, yeah, they've held that back because they weren't getting any business done and the fan base were already quite irritated. Well, none as much as me, it appeared. But, yeah, so they've held that back. He's out for 2 months. That's a shame. He was brilliant in his first game under Potter at that right wing-back slot. But the good news is we've got Alvarez back, who I didn't even know was injured the other night. We've got Pac-Man back. We've got Todibo back. And Bowen is back with a bang. Scored the other night. What a great goal. So he's got a little bit of a team selection headache for the first time. You know, the team does not pick itself. This is how I think we're going to line up. Obviously, he's going to play the three. I think it is a 3-2-4-1 because he plays a box in the middle. You know, he plays 2 deep 6/8 midfielders and he plays 2 advanced 10/8 midfielders. I really like that formation, to be quite honest. But there is a Souček-shaped hole. There is. And we've all read the article as well. You know, he obviously highly rates Souček. So makes you wonder who is going to give way because we've got Kilman and Todibo in the middle. We've got Mavropanos, who I'm assuming will start. If not, Casey will come in. Then you've got Alvarez and Lucas Paqueta pulling the strings from deep. Bowen and Kudus in the 10, giving us loads of running and legs. Emerson on the left. Wan-Bissaka on the right. And our new striker up front, being the striker. That's the only change. I had a chat with John about this earlier on. Maybe it might be too soon for Ferguson, although I don't know. He played for Brighton the other night. He's got 2 weeks now until we play Brentford. So I would imagine that there is some sort of assurance from Potter to Tony Bloom that we are going to play this player. Otherwise, why would they have given him to us? Do you know what I mean? So this is how I think we're going to line up anyway. But if anyone does sort of drop out of that team, I think it will be Ferguson. Bowen will start up front, and then there is a Souček-shaped hole next to Kudus and in front of Alvarez. That's what I think will happen. But nonetheless, very, very delicious-looking team. We're at home against Brentford, a team that are comfortable off the ball and play counter-attack, a team that are going to try and do to us what we tried to do to Chelsea the other night. We're going to be the team that have got to take the game to them, carve them open, score goals, and it's important that we win that game. You know, we're 7... What's our run at the moment? Not all under Potter, you know, Lopetegui as well. But our last 7 games is 1 win, 1 draw, and 5 losses. You know, so if we don't beat Brentford, that's a bit of a problem because I know people keep saying we're in a pre-season. We're only in a pre-season once we get to 36 points because I think that's a safety point. That ain't far off. You know, we're on 27 already. So we ain't got to get many more. But this is a game that I feel like we've got to win. Potter needs a win as well. We've had some good performances. There was one the other night. We've got to win that game, though. You know, and I think we will. I'm quite confident that we will. We've got more than enough in that team. I mean, Wan-Bissaka's been brilliant down that right-hand side. That's something else I've been wrong about. I said he ain't a good attacking player. He bloody is. He's brilliant on the on that right wing. You know, he gives fullbacks a nightmare. Emerson's been good as well. Kudus is out of sorts. He's the one player. I think the commitment's there. I just think he's lost his confidence. He's lost his mojo. Paqueta's just on fire. I think you could play him in goal and he'd be brilliant at the moment. So you can literally play him anywhere. It doesn't matter. Alvarez is obviously banging form as well. And Bowen, you know, out for God knows how long, comes back, bang, goal. Ferguson's got a point to prove. He's in the shop window. So he's going to be out there sort of trying to give a good account of himself as well. So all in all, I think we will win. I think this is going to be a very different looking team. Potter's now got 2 weeks. He's now got a far better team, group of players to choose from. We're not now decimated with injury. We're not. We've got Somerville out. Fulkrug wouldn't play at the moment anyway because we've got Ferguson, neither would Antonio. So we've got Somerville out. Somerville may have played where Wan-Bissaka's playing, and Wan-Bissaka would have probably gone in where Mavropanos is. That's probably the only improvement that I feel like we could make to this team. So it's almost full strength. Almost. We're going to have a much better looking bench as well. So yeah, we'll talk about that game nearer the time in terms of predictions, but I reckon we're going to do them. What do you reckon? Right, now looking ahead to next season, right? Because I'm very frustrated about the fact we didn't get another centre-back. But this could be why. Aguerd could be coming back. I think Naif Aguerd is the perfect centre-back, left-sided centre-back for Graham Potter's team. I really do. He's got pace. He's been one of the best defenders in La Liga this year. I just think that would be brilliant. And Todibo, we've all seen glimpses of what is a very, very impressive player there. If you read any of his scout reports from before he came to West Ham, he's highly rated, really highly rated. And Kilman, I'm sure, will do well under Potter as well. So that, for me, is a solid back three. And you can see someone else on that graphic as well, right? Be amazing, wouldn't it? Would be amazing. Alvarez and Angel Gomez sitting deep, just having a good time, just having a chat. With Wan-Bissaka, Somerville replacing Caduso, I'm assuming is going to be sold in the summer. Lucas Paqueta, Emerson. And maybe we could be about to see Jared Bowen given a run as a striker. I was always dead against that under Moyes and under Lopetegui because they need their strikers to be big target men to hold the ball up. I don't think Bowen needs to do that in a Potter system. He's a poacher, will create chances for him for fun, and he's clinical. He is proper clinical. So I don't see that there's anything wrong with going with Bowen as a striker. We might not. You could see Bowen going out to the wing or something like that. I mean, I'm yet to see him in the 10 and that's kind of the position that he's going to have to play because what Potter don't play is the 4-2-3-1. So we don't play the inverted winger thing. We just don't do it. So I'm sure Bowen's fine. He'll be adaptable. But what do you reckon of that team? Now, Angel Gomez, all right? I'm going to talk about him, but I can't say too much. But you may notice he didn't play in their cup game last night. He didn't even come off the bench, and they lost. It was a cup game, Lille. I'm going to hope to be able to give you an update on this one this week. They wanted to get that done before the deadline closed. Of course they did. But apparently Lille weren't going to let him go anyway. They're fuming. They're absolutely fuming that Gomez and David are going to be going on a free transfer. That's like 80 million quid's worth of players. They're apparently trying everything to get him to sign up. They're offering him ridiculous wages because they don't want to lose him as assets and they'd rather pay him high and sell him and get something back for him, but they're not budging. So, yes, that is, I'm telling you, it's still one that I'm maintaining we're going to get done. We'll see. Hopefully I'm right, eh? Hopefully I'm right because it is a player that I would love to get. And in terms of my hit rate, this window, I've been criticised for bullshitting and putting loads of links out there and stuff like that. I haven't. So at the start of the window, I was just talking about what everyone else was talking about, the players that had been reported in the media. The first piece of information that I got was Duran. I reported that we was going to put a bid in for Duran in the morning. And then at lunchtime, David Ornstein confirmed that West Ham have submitted a 57 million bid. Done. Corroborated. What was the next two that I've released? I didn't release them. So I recorded the videos, Angel Gomez and Brobby, but I recorded videos immediately when they broke on TalkSport, fuming that the club had leaked the information because these are high-profile players and it was said that we were trying to keep them under wraps. So those two, right? Didn't break them, actually. I just proved that I knew about it before it was broken. The next one that I spoke about was Alcaraz, right? Alcaraz didn't take much convincing on my part, I must admit, but it came from the same source. We had an opportunity to intercept that deal. We didn't take it. It's not going to get reported anywhere because he's gone to Everton. He's not going to say, yes, I was on the phone to West Ham. But West Ham did opt out of that deal. We did. I don't really know much about the player, if I'm being honest. I was just so in love with the idea of getting one over on Moyes. So like I said, it didn't take much to convince me on that one. The next one was on the live show before deadline day. I got a phone call and I said, right, Nasser Giga, a player from 22 years old from Burkina Faso, has been offered to West Ham. He's coming to the Premier League in this window. He's been offered to Palace and someone else, and I didn't know who. The next day, Ex reports that West Ham have been offered loads of defenders. We've decided not to take the option because we're sticking with Casey and what we've got. And maybe going with Aguirre when he comes back. Nasser Giga signed for Wolves. Palace pulled out. So there you go. I haven't shared loads of information. The vast majority of it has all been corroborated. Even the Endrick deal. The mystery player. The mystery player was published yesterday by Graham Bailey on Twitter and in the Mirror. He's put exclusive. West Ham tried to sign Endrick in January this year. So every single link, apart from the Alcaraz one, has been corroborated in the media. I haven't been leaking crap. It doesn't matter. We haven't signed anyone. It doesn't. But just to hit back at people that say I've been peddling shit, I haven't. I've just been giving you information that I've been given. It's down to West Ham to sign them. But Angel Gomez, I'm still convinced we're going to get that done. We're going to. He's coming to the London Stadium, and it's going to be wonderful. Now, look, the show I did the other day, I've already apologised for it. I'm not going to keep on going over old ground again. I've had the messages from people. I know what certain people have said. I'm going to have to get used to this. It's been ages now, and it's just not going away. It's not. I really wish it would go away, but it won't. It's quite sad. There's only one person who washes their dirty linen in public, and that is not me. I don't want to get involved in any of that shit. It's filth, but, you know, I get accused for doing anything for clicks and likes and subscriptions. Really? That's what I do, is it? Fucking hell. There's some depths you don't stoop to, but there you go. There you go. Any opportunity to stick the knife in, some people will. And you're going to get that doing what we do. I know that. You stick your head above the parapet, you're going to get people that are jealous. You're going to get trolls. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. It's all part and parcel of it. And, it's water off a duck's back, to be honest. Don't really care. Anyway, look, that is it from me. Got a few interesting shows coming up as well. A few different types of shows coming up in the next week or two. So, yeah, I'm going to keep you updated, and hopefully we'll have a breaking news show. You never know, because I do like a breaking news show. Speak to you all soon. Come on, your irons.